Yo, what's up, guys? So I'm back today. It's been a while. I would say I'm sorry, but I mean, I haven't really been feeling the game lately. I haven't been playing too much. But today I am back with a new deck that I'm trying out. I like my other deck, my Chaos Monarch deck, but I don't know. It's in the works. This is the first draft of it. I haven't play tested it too well. This is really just one of the deck, but I want to know what you guys think. So leave some feedback if you have any opinions of it, and I'm gonna get straight to the deck. So, I guess I kind of call this deck a floater chaos deck, because there's a lot of floaters in it, and that's how you maintain your advantage. But first off, I play 3 copies of Caius. Don't worry, this is not a Monarch deck. This is the only Monarch I play, because it is the beast of a Monarch that it is. So I play 3 copies of Caius, and don't worry about clogging. You play 3 because you want to draw, and don't worry about it clogging. And it actually is this deck. You don't have to worry about it just sitting in your hand. So, 3 copies of him. On for the other boss monsters. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. I'm not sure what I feel about this card yet, because it's pretty easy to draw a late game and just be completely dead, but it's also really easy to set up for early game if you open with it. So, I'm considering cutting this, but for right now, I just want to try it out. It's just another boss monster, and it never really hurts. The BLS and the Chaos Sorcerer, since there's the Chaos deck. You need your 2 Chaos Monsters. And then 1 Gores and 2 Trags. This is very, very necessary in this deck because I don't play any back row. You guys are probably really starting to hate that by now. But, I mean, I've just gotten so used to playing without back row. And it gives you such an advantage that, you know, your opponent has dead MSTs and everything. It really, really does make a difference. So if you can, even though a lot of people say it's really easy to play without traps this format, I've been managing fine if you're as used to it as I am. So, big boss monster protection. And then instead of playing 3, I'm only playing 2 Battle Faders. Like I said, it's not a Monarch deck, so you don't need 3. Just down to 1, but I think for now. So far, I've been drawing and I don't clog with 3 Faders. And for your tribute fodder for Caius, and it's also a good OTK stopper if you have a Caius answer with it. So that's it. Also, for the hand traps, I'm playing 3 effect failures. I love effect failures. This is just a personal choice. I'm also playing 1 max C. Since you're not playing any traps, you need to max out on your hand traps. And I really like effect failure over max C just because it stops whatever, you know, if your opponent realizes you're not playing traps, they'll go Shockmaster on you. So effect failure is just an awesome way to keep you alive, you know, to negate that Shockmaster's effect. And I'm just trying out the 1 max C, but I think 4 is a good number for hand traps in this deck. And then onto the engine, which I've actually been trying to find a way to put this engine into my other deck, but it just really wasn't working, light and dark count. But I'm trying it in here, and so far it's working really well. So I'm playing the 3 Spy and Descendant engine. It's really, really good. I like it so far, because Spy is just a 2000 wall. And combined with these two, combined with 2 Mystic Tomatoes, this gives you constant field presence, and I really, really like it. And it's just a good toolbox for rank 4s, for tribute fodder for Caius, because a good opening play is a set Spy, they attack into Spy, and then next turn you bring out Descendant, that turn you bring out Descendant, next turn you pop your back row, then tribute for Caius, and you're just at a really good advantage. And what I like about Tomato is that not only when they attack into it, it keeps a dark monster on the field, but say they attack like a Spy, and then they kill a Spy, you bring out another Spy, then next turn you summon Mystic Tomato, attack into their monster, and bring out Descendant, you know? So you see where I'm going with this. It's just good. It works really well together. I like this this Gravekeeper engine combined with the Mystic Tomato utility. It works out really well so far, so I'm liking it a lot. And for my light monsters, I'm playing 2 copies of Thunder King, and I cut the 3rd, and I'm trying out just 1 copy of Alchemist. So far, it's alright. Since I don't banish too much like my other deck, Alchemist just gives, like, when you go BLS, or recycle a Fader, or, you know, when you allure something, like, say you're first to allure a Caius or a Chaos Sorcerer, it just makes sure that you still have access to that, just in case you want it. So, I like these 3 right here. And then the last monsters are 2 Tour Guides and a Sangan, and then 1 Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper's pretty damn good, and you can do a lot of cool plays with him and Tomato. So that's it for the monster count. Pretty hefty monster count. I don't remember the exact number, but the rest of the deck is all spells. So I'm gonna get into your power cards. Monster Reborn, Dark Cold, and Heavy Storm still. And rather than 3 tomatoes, 3 MSTs, I'm only playing 2, which I'll get to in a bit. But I think 2 is all you really need in this deck. Your draw cards, 1 Allure, 1 Pot of Avarice, and 2 Dualities for consistency, and it works out very nicely. And then I'm still playing 2 Smashing Grounds, just because Smashing Ground is just such a good 1-for-1. It's like one of the best 1-for-1s in the game. It's really good play, and it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent when your opponent has a boss monster out on the field, and you just Smashing Ground it and summon like a tomato or something and attack. So then it puts pressure on your opponent, because they don't know, they have to decide whether they want to waste the card to get rid of tomato, or if they want to attack into it and let me get something else onto the field. So it puts a lot of it puts your opponent in weird positions that they have to answer. And my last 2 cards are 2 Lances. This is the reason I'm only playing 2 MSTs. And what I like about Lance, especially with like Caius and BLS and everything, is that it forces your opponent. It allows you to respond to your opponent's play rather than blind MSTing. So like I'll summon BLS, instead of warning it, they might try to bottomless it, and I'll just flip Lance, and then now I can banish their monster still. So I really like that a lot. Something else I really like doing with this is with Sangan or Mystic Tomato. I'll summon Tomato and declare an attack on my opponent's monster, which is bigger than it. I'll ask if they have a response, and they probably won't, because they think I'm just trying to get another monster on the field. Then I'll Lance it, and then I'll get rid of their big monster, and I still keep my floater on the field, which is really good. So then it puts my opponent in that awkward position I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you the extra deck, since I don't really have it figured out yet. It's just a lot of generic 4s and rank 3s, and a couple synchros. But that's all for the deck, guys. Like I said, I'm still working on it. This is just like the first draft of it, but it's a pretty cool idea. I like using the Gravekeeper engine with the tomatoes and to get my boss monsters out, and my 3 Caius just works really, really well. So if you have any ideas or any suggestions, please feel free to leave them. And happy 2013. This is the first video for this year that I'm putting up. Hope you guys like the deck. Hope you guys like the video. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.